Okay, let's start. Welcome to Code Blue, and welcome to Blue Box, and welcome to my talk. I'm Nobutaka Mantani. I introduce my malware analysis tool, FileInsight plugins, Decoding toolbox for malware analysis. At first, let me introduce myself. I work for National Police Agency of Japan. I'm a manager of a small research and development team, and I was a malware analyst and a digital forensic analyst in the past. And I'm also a hobbyist programmer, enjoying programming on weekends. I have been a member of FreeBSD project since 2001 for 18 years, and I love open source software. FileInsight plugins is a collection of plugins for McAfee FileInsight hex editor. It has 67 plugins, many plugins, all plugins I developed. And it is useful for various kinds of decoding tasks in malware analysis. Development started in 2012, 7 years ago. And it is a private project and developed at home. So it is not a product of the Japanese government. It is an important point. And this plugin is available at my GitHub repository. I would like to explain the background. Attackers obfuscate various data in malware to hamper analysis and hide their intent, such as embedded executable files, decoy documents, sheet host names, file paths, and code itself. And malware analysts have to obfuscate them for further analysis. And motivation of development at the beginning in 2012, I was a malware analyst in the government security operation coordination team called GSOC. At that time, vulnerabilities of Microsoft Office, sometimes with Adobe Flash Player and Adobe Reader, were frequently used for malware infection. I analyzed such kind of malicious documents, but sometimes exploit code did not work in dynamic analysis due to target version mismatch. So I had to find the correct version to make exploit code work, but it is very time-consuming task. So I wanted to manually extract obfuscated malware executable files from malicious documents to find sheet host names and block them earlier. But current motivation has been changed in these days. I just want more powerful free hex editor. Free is important. And I would like to explain FileInsight for those who are not familiar with it. FileInsight is a free hex editor developed by McAfee. It has useful built-in functions such as decoders, x86 disassembler, bookmarks, structure viewer, and scripting. And it also has unique feature that it is extendable with Python plugins. But it has been no update since 2009, about 10 years. And unfortunately, it has been disappeared from the McAfee free tool website. Oh my goodness. However, installer of FileInsight is still available at this location. I'm not sure of the future of FileInsight. Now let's see the details of FileInsight plugins. So there are many plugins. These plugins are categorized into 8 operation categories, such as basic, compression, crypto, encoding, MISC, parsing, search, and XOR. And these are added support of algorithms and formats. Many algorithms and formats are supported by plugins. And these are added functions by my plugins, such as hash value calculation, file type detection, finding embedded files, searching with regular expressions, and opening data with external tools. And it is customizable. And file comparison, scanning with YARA rules, and more. Many functions. Regarding installation, FileInsight plugins requires x86 version of Python 2, and it is not compatible with x64 version of Python 2 and Python 3. But Python 2 and Python 3 can coexist. Please follow the instruction written in README of FileInsight plugins. And it also requires some Python modules and so on. Step 2 installation is very simple. Please copy the plugin folder into FileInsight folder under the document folder. How to use? Please click category from the plugins tab. Then a menu will be appeared. Then select the plugin. Or you can also use plugins from the right-click menu. And I would like to mention that FileInsight plugins good friend, CyberChef. Any users of CyberChef? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I love CyberChef. It is super powerful decoding tool. It works on web browsers, and it is actively developed by British government, GCHQ, and many developers in the world. It is very good at batch processing of decoding, but not good at manual file editing. So FileInsight and FileInsight plugin help the analysis on CyberChef. And the send-to plugin can directly send data to CyberChef. Though the size is limited up to 12 kilobytes. I will show the demo later. Yeah, it's demo time. I prepared 5 demos. The first demo is a malicious Microsoft Excel file. Malware executable file is embedded and obfuscated with XOR and bit rotate. And these plugins, XOR text search, find PE file, and send to plugin to decode the malware file. Yeah, this is the content of Excel file. And now let's see the end of the file. Yeah, this is field suspicious value 8989898989. Sometimes if executable files is encoded with XOR, the end of file is filled with XOR key. So it seems to be a XOR key. Now, let's use the brute force attack to decode the data. Plugins, search operations, exotic search, and I enter the special string specific to executable file. This program. Oops. Sorry. Yeah. Result has been shown. Yeah. These are XOR key and bits to rotate. And such hits is that this program cannot be run in DOS mode. It is specific to the executable file. So now let's decode with these keys. FileInsight has built-in feature of XOR decode. Then enter the XOR key 89. Decode. Then bit rotate with 5 bits. And such hits are bookmarked here. Now you can see the P header. You can see the string. This program cannot be run in DOS mode. Then I extract these executable files with parsing operations. Find P file. To be executable file found at these offsets. And content of the executable files are bookmarked. So you can easily select the file. And I would like to analyze this file in IDA. So I use MISC operations, send to, then IDA free. So I can analyze this malware file with IDA. This is the first demo. The second demo is the malicious rich text file. And this malware executable file is embedded and obfuscated with XOR while incrementing XOR key. It is called rolling XOR. And to decode this sample, I use the plugin called guess 256 byte XOR keys. I use this plugin because if you use rolling XOR, it sometimes a cyclic 256 byte patterns. So I use this plugin. Yeah, this is the content of the rich text file. In here, there is suspicious binary data attached. In hex view, the content is like this. Now let's see the end of the file. You can see the byte patterns of can see the pattern 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like this. So XOR key value is incremented. Now let's search the executable file. I use XOR operations, gets to 256 bytes XOR keys. Yeah. The candidate of XOR keys has been shown, and Win32 DLL file found at this offset, and OLE2 compound document header found at this offset. For decoding, please just copy the XOR key, then select all the content, then paste the XOR key, then decode. Yeah, you can see the P header. So you can extract this malware file. This is the second demo. Okay, third demo. Third demo is a PHP web shell. The code is obfuscated with base 64, lot 13, deflate, and so on. And these plugins will be used. Lot 13, reverse order, custom base 64 decode, low inflate, and send to. Yeah, this is the content of the PHP code. The code is obfuscated with the PHP functions like this. Now, I'm going to decode this code one by one. Now, select the encoded string. Then execute lot 13, plugins, encoding operations, lot 13. Then click OK. Decode it. Then reverse the order based on this function. Basic operations, reverse order, and base 64. We can select encoding operations, custom base 64 decode. If you don't modify this demo, it works as normal base 64 decode. Yeah, decoded. Then this data is compressed, so I'm going to uncompress this data. Click compression operations, low inflate. Yeah, you can see another text encoded data. Then I open this data in new tab, basic operations, copy to new file, and it is encoded in base 64, then GZ inflate. Now I copy the data. Selected the data, encoding operations, custom base 64 decode, and this is the compressed data. Then compression operations, low inflate. Yay. Yeah, this is decoded PHP code. Now, let's analyze with this PHP code with external tools. Select the data with compressions, send to VS Code. So you can see this PHP code with Visual Studio Code. So you can do further analysis of this PHP code. Yeah. This is the third demo. Yeah. Next, fourth demo, Debroshi malware. It is used by the cyber attack group ABD28, also known as Fancy Bear. It uses some text strings. They are encoded as hex text. I extract and decode these hex strings. And based on these hex strings, I scan with YARA rule based on this string. So in this demo, I use strings plugin and YARA scan plugin. Oops, sorry. Yeah. This is the content of the malware file. I use the plugin, parsing operations, strings. Strings shows this setting dialog. I increase the minimum length to 10, and I select post-process to remove duplicates. And I enable this checkbox, decode text encoded text strings. Then click OK. So these are extracted text string, and decoded string will be shown like this, decoded and original. So I will search. I'm going to search decoded string. Yeah. These are decoded text strings. These are some interesting strings. docx, question, ID name, enter password to open file, Microsoft Word. So these specific strings can be used to create YARA rule. Now, I already prepared the YARA rule based on these strings. This is the YARA rule matching this hex text. Then let's scan with this YARA rule. Plugins, search operations, YARA scan. Then dialog has been shown. So you should select file to be scanned, then YARA rule file. So I select debroshi.yara, then click OK. Yeah, scanning result has been shown. It shows what strings have been matched under the offset, the match. And matched strings will be highlighted as a bookmark. So you can see what string has been matched with your YARA rule. So FileInsight can use as a YARA rule testing tool and Yara rule editor. It is very useful. This is the fourth demo. The last demo, fifth demo. It is not malware file, but it is a binary file that contains a hidden message. It is like a very easy CTF-like challenge. I'm going to show the combination with CyberChef. And I'm going to use these plugins, file type, XZ decompress, and send-to. Yeah, this is the binary file. I use parsing operations, file type. Yeah, file type is XZ compressed data. Now I use compression operations, XZ decompress. The file has been decompressed, and I use file type plugin again. It is ping image data. Let's see this image. Send to MS Paint. Yeah, it is QR code. Now let's use the CyberChef to decode this QR code. Misc operation, send to CyberChef. Automatically, the default browser has been executed and data will be imported. And this is the imported data. So select the recipe, render image, a QR code has been shown, then pass QR code. Yeah, this is the secret message. Thank you for listening my talk, and let's enjoy CodeBlue 2009. And this is a wrap-up. FileInsight plugins make FileInsight hex editor more powerful, like Iron Man suits. And it is very useful for various kinds of decoding tasks in malware analysis. It is available at this my GitHub repository. Please download and try it. And I'm waiting for your feedbacks, pull requests, bug reports, and feature requests. So, thank you so much. This slide deck will be available at my GitHub repository. I will upload this slide immediately after this talk. Thank you very much.